Yo, what's going on, you guys? It's Purple Grizzly, and you probably know that already. But if you don't, welcome to my Grizzly den, welcome to my home. I hope you find it cozy here, and if you want to become a Grizzly Cub at any time, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button. So I got some Call of Duty Ghosts for you today, playing with the L115 or L115, whatever you would like to call it. I mean, I really don't care. It's a sniper rifle. And I believe this was my first game using this gun, so it kind of took a little bit of time for me to get into the flow with it. It's not too different from the USR, which is what I use all the time. I have like 800 kills or something, crazy with that weapon. So yeah, I mean, you'll see the gameplay's a little slow at first, but then it kind of picks up a little bit. But what I'm going to be talking about in this video is like power positions and how valuable they are, and every map has one. I'll kind of describe what they are exactly. Coming up in the gameplay, I'm going to be locking down this whole area next to C flag. You'll see that's that's coming up in a little bit, and I really just hold that strategic position. It's elevated, has tons of lines of sight. It has a lot of cover, and just overall, it's a really good spot. And you'll see how I kind of lock that down, just really guard C flag, because I'm able to do that because the rest of my team, fortunately, was holding down B and covering that, and just it made things a little bit easier for me. I could just primarily focus on our home flag. But before I kind of talk a little more about that and how I could give you some tips about locking down power positions and really, I guess, give you some examples of power positions, let me talk about the sniping a little bit. Because I believe that what I have to say about sniping and my opinions are somewhat valuable. Not like, oh, I know everything about Call of Duty. I'm the best player in the world, and I don't have optic or phase in front of my name, but I've been sniping in Call of Duty primarily since Call of Duty 4, and I find myself using a sniper rifle like 75% of the time in Call of Duty Ghosts, just because it seems like I do better with them. I mean, I'll be going like even or negative with assault rifles, but as soon as I switch on a sniper, I end up going positive, so that's just kind of what I do. Apparently, there are a good amount of people out there that don't enjoy the changes that they made to the snipers, especially when you zoom in, you can actually see your peripherals, and it's not all blacked out. And in my opinion, I really enjoy that. There's no sniper crosshairs, which definitely make no-scoping and things like that a little more difficult, and, for people who rely on watching those crosshairs to do a quick scope. Not crosshairs like reticle, or I guess crosshairs, just reticles. You know what I'm talking about from what you see the little dashes from the hip. And a lot of people just don't like the changes, and I, personally, I think it's good. I think it's, a lot more fluid. It's a little more fast paced, and I don't see, quick scoping being a whole lot harder. I feel like it's maybe a little bit easier in this game. And I've been sniping on Xbox 360 for, years. And this is the first Call of Duty I picked up on PS3, and I find myself doing just fine with a sniper rifle. Overall, I'm just really happy, and I'm currently, putting together this my first Call of Duty Ghost montage. It has a lot of really cool quick scoping clips, not anything flashy like you'd see in a phase montage. Just really, it's kind of nostalgic, kind of like what you would see with an old Call of Duty 4 montage. More skilled and flash, just constant quick scoping and taking out enemies, and just really cool moments. So you guys should really like that when it comes out. Okay, so let me jump back onto topic about power positions. You can see here, I've been holding down this elevated construction site area for a good amount of time, whatever you'd like to call it. It kind of looks like a construction site. Here I pick up the battle hinds. And this is one of the most valuable positions on this map, and occasionally you'll see me snipe guys through that little hole in the fence up on that ledge, and that's a really good spot too, but there's not a whole lot of cover. I mean, you could turn around, you have a big field of view, but you're kind of a, sitting duck up there, and here, there's a lot of walls and things like that, and I'm able to get the jump on someone who's covering, or capturing, C flag. And I could get the back half of B, so it's a really good spot. There's a lot of maps that have them. Warhawk has a few upper building positions that have great lines of sight, that cover flags, and they have a lot of cover. That's what I would call a power position, a position that if you have that area controlled, your team, or if you're doing a free for all, if you can lock down a certain area, you're going to have an advantage. And it doesn't have to be, an elevated position. If you have height on someone, that's definitely going to help you. But an example of a flatland power position, I would say, would be on the map Prison Break, kind of in the lumberyard where you can actually knock down that tree, and you can knock down the pile of trees, into the riverbed. If you hold down that area, you have a lot of cover. You can get people coming from up to the right, kind of in that back spawn area. You could watch people going up the tree onto the ridge, or people crossing the bridge. It's an area that you can lock down and control as your own. And in multiple game types, domination, free for all, team deathmatch, if you can control these areas, and I really encourage you to find an area that suits you well, and just log it down. And I'm not talking about camping, so don't just sit in a corner with a claymore out, just weapon ADS, and it's not camping. It's something strategic. So that's about that, and I hope this video entertains you today. I hope you learned something from it. And if you have a power position that you really enjoy or that you would recommend for other players, leave a comment down below. It might help some people out, it might help me out. I might learn a thing or two. I'm still learning things about this game. Also, if you guys would like to follow me on Twitter, on Facebook, Instagram, all those cool, places, I'm always going to have links down below. You can always just click those, follow or like or whatever it is. And it's also a really good way to get in contact with me and also see, when I upload a video if you somehow missed it on YouTube. Also, if you did enjoy this video, leaving a like, rating, or adding it to your favorites always helps me out a ton. It helps get this video out there and helps me grow on YouTube. But, if that's not really your thing and you don't want to do that, that's alright. But remember, guys, my name is Purple Grizzly, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day. Peace out.